Binance US erroneously distributed over 4.8 million HNT tokens to its users. This was driven by an accounting error that deposited HNT tokens rather than the mobile 5G tokens. Many of these users quickly sold these unwarranted HNT tokens for a major profit, driving the price of HNT down nearly 40% over the past 3 weeks. Binance US has since halted all deposits and withdrawals and have made no official statement regarding the errors. This will certainly cause issues for customers looking to trade before or after both the closure of the HIP-70 vote and the expected big announcement at Helium House tomorrow. Many have speculated what the driving force behind the HNT price performance has been since the bleeding began mid-August, and it finally appears we have some clarity into one of the main drivers of this sell-off. This does not only affect Binance US customers, but everyone involved in the Helium ecosystem. Interestingly enough, Binance US terms of use specifically state that they reserve the right to reverse a transaction if they reasonably suspect the transactions to be erroneous. We are hopeful the market will stabilize and the HNT price will find its correct market value, and Binance US will address these issues with full transparency and prescribe a solution that is fair for all users and community members. Let's take a look at the details in today's video. Is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video here on the Crypto Compound channel. Thank you all for being here. I hope you guys are having a great day. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Today we are going to be discussing the major news that broke over the weekend regarding Binance US and its erroneous accounting of mobile and HNT tokens. As we can see here, CoinDesk broke this news on the 16th, and the community has been rather startled by the findings. Today's video, we are going to go through all the facts about what happened here with Binance US and these HNT and mobile tokens, the resulting price action we saw during this time of it not being announced, and what the implications of that might be moving forward, and what we could expect from Binance US, as we have not heard a peep from them yet. Now, we have to remember that the HIP-70 vote is closing in approximately 2 days. Right now, it is leaning towards passing, certainly in favor. Remember, we have to be above 66% for this to pass. We are currently at 89.22% in favor of HIP-70 passing. That is a pretty comfortable margin for those who want this HIP to pass and the new Helium L1 blockchain to be on Solana. Now, of course, Helium House New York City is also tomorrow, so this news is coming at a very particular time that could be very troubling for HNT holders that use Binance US as their trading platform and HNT wallet. Of course, we always suggest that people maintain their any tokens or any cryptocurrency they have in a wallet of their own where they have the keys to their wallet. Of course, Helium makes this super easy with the app, but some people do still choose to keep cryptocurrency on exchanges for convenience purposes. Of course, this all relates to people who have Binance US wallets and have kept either the majority of or all of their HNT in that wallet. Lastly, guys, we're going to touch on what we might expect to see, or we would be hopeful to see, from Binance US moving forward. They do have a giant terms of use page here, a lot of which is applicable to what we just saw happen with HNT and these mobile tokens. So guys, the main issues here is there was a major mix-up between mobile tokens and HNT tokens. Of course, mobile tokens are valued significantly cheaper than the HNT tokens, and somewhere along the line, behind the scenes at Binance US, people deposited mobile tokens and were given HNT tokens. I'm sure when a lot of people realized this, or if some people knew this was possible and did this maliciously, after they were given these HNT tokens, they then sold those HNT tokens, which they never paid for or never bought, and they sold them over a course of 3 weeks. As we can see, over that time, about 4.8 million HNT tokens were erroneously distributed to users, many of whom quickly sold the tokens for profit. At Friday's prices, those assets were worth about $19 million. That is less than they are worth now. They are worth even more than that now as the price of HNT has increased. Now, as we can see down here, the Helium Foundation spokesperson said the Helium Foundation was informed by Binance late in the evening on September 15th that an accounting error involving HNT had occurred. We can confirm that this is not a chain issue and that this issue is isolated to Binance. To our knowledge, no other exchanges or third parties have been affected. We advise token holders to suspend HNT and mobile deposits on Binance until a comprehensive situation update is provided. Binance had no immediate comment. Now, guys, if we scroll over here to the performance of HNT over this time, we can see that since this sell-off has stopped, we have seen a small recovery in the price of HNT, gaining a few positions here, currently up around 8% over the last 24 hours. That is outperforming the broader market. Many other cryptos are down. Helium has gained some ground after the sell-off of these erroneous HNT tokens has stopped. Now, I also want to highlight the importance of Binance US in terms of HNT liquidity. As we can see here, Binance US has the number 4th and 6th ranking here in exchanges by market volume. The larger regular Binance is much larger, which is a good thing, followed by Gate.io, which is just slightly above Binance US here, and then we have Binance US in the 4th and 6th ranking. So this is a major exchange. This is where a lot of people, obviously in the US, trade and hold their HNT. Now, if we look here, I have drawn a box in the area in which this issue inside of Binance US was taking place. As we can see, the majority of the price action that drove HNT below the $6.50 critical support level that was formed way back here was during this time. Despite all of that selling, we did even see some major price appreciation throughout that time and have since fallen down, and today we are up a decent amount here, as we can see, trading around the $4.60 level at the recording of this video. Now, Armand here has an amazing thread in which he outlines some proprietary information and on-chain data regarding this situation. We will go through some of that now. As you can see from the data he pulled, he can see the volume day by day of these mobile tokens. He has identified these wallets as 4 different wallets, slowly and methodically depositing 4.8 million mobile tokens into Binance US's deposit addresses. Now, of course, these mobile tokens were then considered by Binance US as Helium HNT tokens, which are significantly more expensive. And that was due to a bug in the exchange's systems. Now, of course, a very reasonable question that Armand addresses here is how could this go on for over 3 weeks without anyone at Binance US noticing? He guesses pure negligence. I would guess the same thing. Now, he went even further into analyzing the deposits in Binance US's main wallet and a little bit of background into how they actually account for HNT and the mechanics behind how they operate as an exchange. I think this information really highlights supporting evidence why this is pure negligence. They let their main wallet empty to less than 6,000 HNT on the whole exchange, effectively zero. That is completely irresponsible of them. And as you can see on 9/1, they had to sweep 16,825 user deposit addresses to recover the main wallet's balance. Now, he continues to show evidence regarding how it's so irresponsible of them to not have noticed this over the course of these 3 weeks. And of course, there are some major points here that he addresses that are totally relevant and are very well outlined. He suggests that Binance US must buy approximately 4.8 million HNT on the open market to plug the hole. It won't be easy to obtain this much HNT as liquidity is limited. Now, being that Binance US has made no official statement, he says he's found no evidence that Binance US has recovered any HNT. It's technically possible that they had begun the process depositing funds into a wallet that is unknown to me. Regardless, he says, I think the public is owed an immediate explanation, and I certainly agree. Now, he even goes as far to say that there was a release that Binance US must not have implemented correctly, and if we click on this release, we can see that this release was issued August 12th. It is clear that Binance US must not have taken action or taken the appropriate action regarding this release in order for the mobile deposits to not credit users' accounts as HNT. Now, guys, I want to also highlight the terms of use here outlined on Binance US's website. The piece that I want to find is in the transactions section, and it is stated as reversals and cancellations. Now, as you can see here in this statement right here, we reserve the right to refuse to process or to cancel or reverse any transaction or transfers in our sole discretion, even after funds have been debited from your accounts. And if we fast forward, we can see if we reasonably suspect that the transaction is erroneous. In such instances, Binance will reverse the transaction, and we are under no obligation to allow you to reinstate a purchase or sale order at the same price or on the same terms as the canceled transaction. This is very interesting and basically says that if there is a transaction done and it is reasonably suspected to be erroneous, they will reverse that transaction and will not allow you to reinstate that sale or purchase of that security under those terms. So here, from an outside perspective looking in, if Binance US does acknowledge the error here on their accounting side for giving customers HNT instead of mobile tokens, then it would be expected that they do in fact reverse these transactions, and in doing so, they would have to purchase HNT and deposit it into customers' wallets. Now, guys, this is an ongoing situation. Of course, Binance US could make an official statement and outline their side of the story and the steps they will take to help fix this. But let me know what your questions or comments are down below, or if you have found anything out there that is related to this that I have not seen. But guys, at least this gives us a little bit of clarity and clears up a little bit of the uncertainty regarding the HNT price dive down to the low $3 level in the recent weeks. This does give me a little bit more better perspective on the sentiment out there. Of course, if this decrease in price was not entirely driven by sentiment, the sentiment is certainly better than I had expected. But guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for being here and watching until the end. Please hit that like and subscribe if you have not already, and have a great rest of your day. But just like that, this video is over, and I will see you next time.